Hello Capricorn, welcome to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope you enjoy the reading. It's a general reading, so aspects of it will apply to you, but it could also apply to somebody that is in your life currently. So you may see aspects of it coming out in their life. If you track other areas of your chart, perhaps your moon placement or your Venus, or your ascendant or some other aspect, then you can cross-watch to my other videos for further information and insight. I use the 12 houses of the zodiac, so I shuffle and pull out 3 main areas of interest, the associated astrological guidance and the goddess guidance as well. And that gives you sort of a blueprint for the weeks coming up ahead of you now. Some of it may extend a little bit longer. Some themes get started now and then they only manifest a little bit later on as well. Please don't forget to like and share or like and subscribe, as that actually helps to elevate the exposure on YouTube for other people who may also be interested in this kind of reading. Okay, so for you, your first house is the first area of interest. This is everything to do with the physical body. So your physical body, your vitality, your life force, your, basically your demeanor at the moment, how you're feeling, also what you're projecting outwards at this time. And so it's general body-related issues as well. It can also be your outlook, how you're meeting the world, your attitude, and so on. But it also shapes your personality and your characteristics, your observable characteristics, so what other people see when they see you. So if, it also depends obviously on what is going on in your life, what your demeanor will be and what you're projecting at any given time. But everything to do with the body is first house. Also your own self-oriented interests. So this could be physical regimes that you're busy with, whether it's a physical exercise or just looking after yourself and so on. Everything to do with the body and yourself, your appearance as well. It's also your personal independence, so how you are making your way in the world, what course you're following, what you want to do, what you're projecting outwards, when you network, when you're connecting with others, what you're actually displaying and how you're moving forward at this time. So now I feel generally with the way the cards are falling this month, there's quite a lot of emphasis on health, diet and well-being. It keeps coming up again and again and again, but I will give you other aspects of each area as well so that you can see some areas may be overlapping, but there's certainly a very strong emphasis on that at this time. So whether something's coming up for you to deal with, or it's something you knew about but you hadn't been able to deal with it properly, or whether it takes you by surprise, or it's just certain things that come with getting older perhaps, whatever stage you are in your life, there may be something coming up which you have to deal with. At the bottom underneath this we have Grand Cross Provoker. So this is a very strong card to be coming in. This is about coping with a lot of things that may be sort of quite stressful at this time. You've got 4 very hard angles bearing down on you. So it's also like dealing with many priorities all at once. So whatever that may be for you, it could be, perhaps you're in a situation where you need to change a great variety of things, or it could also be to do with, as I said, body-related things. Perhaps you want to initiate certain things for yourself, whether it's physical or just enhance your life force in some way, or perhaps you need to do that. But it's saying there's going to be a certain level of frustration about what it is that's going on around you at the moment, the influences that are bearing down on you currently. You may have a lot of things happening all at once, and it's just a lot to cope with. But what this card will do, it will actually really help you to build up your stamina and your inner strength to cope with many things, to deal with many things at once. So really prioritizing is very, very important when this card comes in. Prioritizing various aspects to do with the first house. And it's also time management. Communication comes in as well. Are you communicating properly with other people? Are you asking for support? Are you able to delegate? Are you able to communicate in a way which is well received by others, even though you may be under stress at this time as well. So all of these things are all going to be coming up for you, but it really is about, you may have a list of priorities which you have to tackle in a day, and it will change within an hour, and a new set of priorities will come, and then later on the day, a new set of priorities again. So it's that kind of many things that need to be done and sorted out. So really create a list for yourself, set your priorities, whatever that may be, whatever your goals are, or whatever's coming up for you in the moment. And then work through them systematically as well. But it's also about, really getting down to your authentic self, and being able to use all your skills and talents and abilities. So you may have a wide range of abilities or skills that you use. Intermittently, you may be focusing on one area of your life at a certain time and then another. But when this card comes up, it's going to be testing all of that at the same time. So there's a great many areas which you may be juggling at this time, a great many things that you may be juggling. But it really is, it's testing that whole system for you. But it really is about building up stamina and inner strength. And once you start to make headway with your priorities, once you start to actually get some semblance of progress with that, then you start to build up momentum. And once you've build up momentum, then you will have a lot of power and a lot of strength to actually move forward quite quickly with this card. That's what it does. It gives you that inner strength to actually overcome and move forward with whatever is going on in any one given time. But it's you may just feel like you're doing a lot of things and not actually moving forward, and that is because you haven't prioritized, you haven't managed your time. So you are a Capricorn, so being systematic will come naturally to you. But you're really going to be put to the test with this. It's really going to test that skill of yours and that ability of yours. Your natural abilities are going to be really pulled out, and you're going to be, sort of almost like having to deal with things on a daily basis. Things just arrive, almost like, something pops out and it's got to be dealt with, and then you get back to your original list, and then something else comes again, or a complication from the original thing which you thought you dealt with, and so on. So this is the kind of energy that the Grand Cross brings. So when they say provoker, it can be very provocative. It can actually make you very angry and frustrated, or feeling like you just getting nowhere, and that is why you need to go quiet, go within, prioritize, and be very clear about what you're doing step by step, and communicate properly with other people to assist you at this time. I feel that once you've got things under control and you've dealt with certain issues, perhaps it is a health issue that's coming up and you've just got a lot of things that you need to see to. But once you've got it under control and you're now working through this phase, because it won't last forever. It's sort of very intense over a period, and then it starts to abate. But once you've got through that, then this card I feel is going to come to the fore. This is Donna, High Priestess. So you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teaching. So I feel that this exercise of, mastering your abilities and actually mastering many priorities all at once is teaching you a great lesson. And that is always what the movement of the planets and energetic interactions is all about. That's what it's about. It's always to create a diamond from the rough. And all of us are diamonds in the rough. So you've got to hone, you've got to work it until the spark shines through. So this card, once you get through this period and you're starting to master your environment, or whatever it is that's going on in the first house, then you can share that knowledge, and it will bring you a great deal of wisdom. As I said, it brings a lot of stamina and inner knowing, inner understanding, inner strength, and it will empower you, and with that you can, that wisdom can be shared with others. And this is all part of divine divine knowledge that's coming down, and it's also wisdom that you've gained over many lifetimes. If you're not into lifetime, reincarnation and so on, then it's what you've gained in your life so far. You may have been through a number of things which you can transmit to others as knowledge, as wisdom, as understanding. And she's saying that this can be transmitted in a variety of ways, whether it's through sort of seminars or coursework or a blog, any sort of written document or publishing or a book or online, whatever it may be. Transmit that knowledge and that understanding and your wisdom, because that can help somebody else who may be going through something similar, And that's what the human condition is. It's sharing knowledge and helping others. And that's what we're all here to do. So whatever knowledge you have, you may think that it's not necessarily important or it's not necessarily going to help somebody else, but everything that you've been through in your life will help somebody else. You just have to transmit that knowledge in some way. So give courses, write books, tell others, talk to others. You could even learn more about what you discover during this period and explain to others what you went through. And just simply explaining that to others will give them some kind of framework or guideline for something similar that they may be going through. So it's about that. It's the transmission of your knowledge, which is very unique to you. There's nobody else like you. Nobody else has been through what you have, and that is very special and very unique. And you can transmit that very, very well to others. And you could even create a business out of it, But it really is. It's about sharing that empowerment and what you learned during that process. The next house of interest is the 6th house. This is the house of health, diet, well-being, your lifestyle, and so on. It's also the house of work, your working life, so your daily routines in all aspects. So this can be your work life, also your workplace, your work colleagues, and also mastery of your craft. So whatever it is that you do in your life, not necessarily going to a workplace. You may work from home, or you may be a consultant and you travel a lot or whatever. So mastery of your craft, everything to do with that. It's also the house of pets, which may come up for you at this time. So as I said, I feel that this is because the first house has come up, and there are other factors coming in, that there may be some sort of health, diet, or lifestyle or well-being issue which is now being highlighted for you. And it's going to be manifesting in the 6th house, but it could also be sort of knocking onto your work life, or the other way around. So your work life, perhaps you have been working extremely hard, or you are a workaholic, and now it's starting to impact on your health. Everything has to be in balance. So these two kind of go hand in hand. And so just see which, how this is all fitting in for you. At the bottom here, we have lunar eclipse change. Okay, so this is a very, we are in eclipse season. We've had 2 in June, and we're having another one on the 5th of July. So, and that's a full moon lunar. So this is all about lunar eclipse. So this is going to be important for you. And 4 and 3 equals 7. So that's July. So this is a month for you for this kind of change that's coming in for you. Now, because it's the moon ruled, it is cyclical. So whatever comes up for you could wrap up within a 6-week period, or it could unfold over a 6-month period. So whatever after the initial upheaval or initial shift or initial change that comes in, then things unfold from there on. So it could be a number of things. It could be, as I said, some sort of, it's going to be like an abrupt shift, an abrupt change which is coming in for you. Unexpected things coming to light. So it could be a health issue which has been lurking, but it hasn't really appeared until now, and now it sort of comes to the surface. Or it could be the light being shone on something which wasn't really picked up before. So it could be something that has been under the surface or been around, but you kind of were aware of it, but not really. You hadn't really focused on it, or it wasn't a major issue in your life. So something bubbles over now, but the speed and the unexpectedness of it will take you by surprise. But it could also just be something out of the blue that comes and wham! It it does cause quite an upheaval. But it's almost like you are, I wouldn't say prepared, but it's not. It may have been in the recesses of your mind that something would come out. So it's something like that, but it's a very necessary change, and it's an inevitable change, so you can't put off this kind of thing. This is something that you can't just, okay, well, I won't deal with it now. You're going to have to deal with it. So whatever it is, it's going to create an upheaval, but it's going to shine a light on something which needs to be dealt with. So it could be a shift, a work shift, so a workplace shift, or work colleagues, people changing around you, or you moving from a work environment to another work environment. Or it could be, as I said, health and diet and well-being related. And something comes up. It can be a medical procedure that needs to be done, something like that. It could relate to the eyes as well. Perhaps it's an eye issue. But you know, it can also be a feminine thing. So perhaps if you're a woman, it may be to do with the cycles of your life. Something like that comes up. Or it could be... it could also be the rising of the feminine aspects of yourself. So you may have not focused on those too much in your life. So it's almost like, you know, you've been operating mostly in the masculine way, and we all have to be balanced, masculine and feminine. We have both. So it could be the rise of the feminine, and it's pointing you in that direction to actually allow that feminine intuition to come forward, or the feminine receptivity. It's a feminine quality, that being receptive to change, being receptive to cycles, being receptive to using your intuition, to delving into that to help you navigate choppy waters, you know. So it could also be any of those aspects coming in for you. Now, the reason why I say I think it's mostly health, diet, and well-being related is you've got Aphrodite, the goddess guidance, coming in here, which is inner goddess. So it doesn't, as I said, it's not about being a male or a female. It's about the feminine, the rise of the feminine in all people, and but it's mostly about the quality of self-appreciation. So awaken the goddess within you through dance, self-care, and appreciating your divinity. So this is about self-appreciation, self-care, whatever form that is for you. And it's also about sexuality as well. So whatever issue may be coming up for you to deal with. But I feel that really with because of the first house being highlighted here, something may be highlighted for you, and you need to just take better care of your vehicle, your body, and yourself, and attend to your own inner self-care. Whatever that may be. So that could be sea salt baths, that could be doing retreats, yoga, it could be walking in nature, it could be spending time outdoors, hiking, cycling, riding, whatever is right for you, whatever is going to enhance your well-being and your lifestyle. So you may have to make a big lifestyle change at the moment, and this may have been through overwork. Perhaps you have overworked yourself, you've stressed yourself out, and now you need to pull back and address certain health issues or well-being, or you're just not feeling 100%, or this event that comes up could really drain you and make you feel like you need to make lifestyle changes now. Lots of things could come in with this, but it's about self-care and self-love. So when you focus on yourself and you do things for yourself, with things which make you feel good, it's a form of self-love, and that's very, very important, to acknowledge yourself, your own uniqueness, your own connection to the divine. And when you when you do practice self-care, self-love, that is acknowledging the divinity in you, your connection with God, your connection with the universe. You are a child of the universe, and so, you know, look after your body, look after yourself, and that will assist you moving forward as well. The final area of interest is the 10th house. This is the world. So this is everything outside of home. So this can be your career, your fame, your reputation, your notoriety, your public standing. All of those issues come in. So this can be your public status, even could be changing or undergoing some sort of shift. So any sort of the world outside home, what people see when they see you, your position in life, and so on. But it can have a very strong career focus as well. It could also cover authority figures. So this is people who are in authority in your life, or maybe you are gaining authority in some way. And with the Grand Cross card coming in, and for first house, you may be projecting this. You may be projecting this wisdom and authority because you've been through the mill with this. So it could also be that, or you could be having an authority figure in your life who's going to guide or mentor you or provide structure for you in some way. Or it could be an authoritative institution that you're engaging with at the moment. This can be the military or the legal aspects like the law courts, or it could be government even, so politics and so on. It can also be like banking, big authoritative institutions which you may be engaging with, or it's a career aspect for you, or you may be changing something there. So all of that could come in. It could also be even just a father figure, somebody who is going to, comes across as an authority figure in your life. Underneath we have earth element stability. So this is a very positive sign coming in for you. This is all the earthy elements. So all the earth signs rolled into one. You are an earth sign. The 10th house is your house. So a lot of earth energy coming in for this aspect. So I feel this is probably career related or fame related or reputation related. And I feel it's coming from this Grand Cross, which is going to put you through your paces. So you're gaining that wisdom and authority, and you're going to be feeling grounded. You're going to be in this stability coming in for you. So all of us have been through quite a rocky period the first half of this year. Everybody had high hopes for 2020, and it's turned out to be such a mixed bag with many, many issues being dealt with, all kinds of things going on. And, it's really been very, very uncertain for a great many people. So, this is saying to you that some form of stability is available to you now, and it's coming in for you. So if you've been in a really rocky boat, then this could be stabilizing for you now. But it is also your energy that you bring in. So you may be finally getting things into alignment. But it is also about having a sort of a more flexible mindset. So sometimes when you're very heavy with earth element in your chart, it can make you very serious and sort of almost heavy. And sometimes you can get trapped in old mindsets, things that like programming, old mindsets which you've now outgrown, they're starting to feel uncomfortable, or mindsets that you've inherited from those around you, like programming from your parents or from your way of life and so on. But it can also be old-fashioned mindsets or very fixed views on certain things, which actually can hold you back. So you need to take action in some way with this card. You need to take action in some way in your 10th house. And what it's saying to you is that don't be afraid to make changes or to try new things. Look at a wider perspective and try different things, processes different things, and that will help you to take advantage of fresh energy and a fresh perspective, which is going to help you ultimately, because what you're doing with this card and in the 10th house is you're laying foundations for the future. And so you are always going to be goal-oriented, and so this is very strong for you to perhaps look at your goals and be flexible and change a few things to freshen up. Because all of us are changing, the world is changing, and we have to change with it. So it's about that. But it's really it's about laying foundations for the future, and it's a slow-moving card, and so it's one brick at a time. As you go along, you can assess what it is you can change, what you can reorder in your life, and so on. So it's about that, but it is about bringing stability in home comforts, feeling more secure in yourself, and so on. Then here we have Rhiannon Sorceress. You are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So I feel with this, because of everything else that's going on in your chart this month, that the career house is stabilizing for you. So at least you've got that. But I think your intentions are going to be very important. This is the manifestation card. So as I said, don't be afraid to try new things or to change something, and to examine your outlook on certain things, because with the lunar eclipse change card coming in, your perspective is definitely going to change in some way, shape or form. So there's opportunity now to to really manifest certain things in your life. And all of us have magical abilities. So whatever you may perceive as magic, it could be an affinity with numbers. It could be an affinity for managing people. It could be an affinity for real estate, which is can come up with the 10th house, but especially with the earth element, real estate can come up. So land, property, anything of that, you know, you could have an affinity with that. You could have an affinity with any kind of profession or an ability with certain things. So that is your magical side. And so it's you bringing your magical side in on certain things that you may be working on, and navigating that at this time. And you know, your intentions need to be clear about what you want at the end of the day. And also spend time outdoors as well. Go outdoors, spend time in your garden if you have one, with your hands in the soil, or spend time in nature, because that's going to help to ground you, but it's also going to help to bring you perspective. Being outdoors, doing some physical activity which is coming up possibly for you, whatever it may be, is going to give you perspective and help you to understand certain things, and you're going to realize certain things as well. You're going to get guidance. So very important in that way. Harness the power of nature to help you, but also to, you know, to set your course at this time. So now the bottom of the astrological deck is Saturn return age. So again, this can have health connotations coming up for you. So this can be about literally, if you are sort of older, then you may be having issues to do with teeth, ligaments, bones, all the stretchy parts of the body, but it's normally skeletal and bones, the hard things of the body. These are the things that hold us up, basically. Our body structure, it has to have a frame, and your teeth and your bones and all of that are your frame. Very, very important. And Saturn is your ruler. So issues to do with that may be coming up, and that's why I say health is definitely highlighted for you. So make sure that you're looking after your body. Take the right supplements, you know, calcium, magnesium 2 to 1, your vitamin D, and also if you have teeth issues which are needing to be addressed or come up during this period, then get them dealt with, because teeth can, you know, if there's issues to do with your teeth, it can poison your whole body. So make sure that you are addressing that, and honor your body, you know, honor your structure which is carrying you through life at this time. And also with the Saturn return card, this is another card about being your authentic self. So this is about using your wisdom and understanding that you've gained throughout your life and through other lifetimes as well. So this is taking a very realistic look at everything that is going on. And if it's health and diet related, or it could be work related, but taking a very realistic view and seeing what is working for you and what is not, and reorientating your goals. So it is also a very good opportunity to not with, you know, to look back, but with hindsight and say, okay, well, I could have perhaps done this better, or maybe I should have done that, or I should have tried that, or I would like to have done this in my life and I couldn't get to it, or it just wasn't meant to be. So now with Saturn return, it gives you that unique opportunity where you can release the energy from those past events and redirect it now into the direction you really want to go in. But this is something that you take responsibility for your own goals, where you are in your life now. This is maturity, and you now start to set sail for things that are important to you, things that are close to your heart, that matter to you, not what's going to matter to everybody else, or people pleasing, or doing things that are going to suit others. This must be suitable for you at this time in your life. So you really unique opportunity to actually redirect your energy and to take up those things or those ideas or those actions that didn't manifest the way they should have. There may be some disappointments. You may be looking back at things and thinking, well, I'm seeing things now as they really are and not how they appeared to be. So there could be a few disappointments there. There could be some losses as well. So a loss that you are perceiving as a loss, you know, now you have to pick up the pieces and move forward. That can happen with Saturn return as well. But it really is about, you know, last year you were in a different mindset. This year you've gained 1 year's worth of wisdom and understanding. And when you start adding that up over time, Saturn is the ruler of time. So this is also karmic, but it's time, and it's quite a slow-moving card. So, things unfold. And so now you've got wisdom and understanding on your side, and you can apply that to what you're doing currently. But it's about being your authentic self, what is really you, what is right for you, and setting your course according to that. So it's quite a strong card. It can be quite a tough period to be going through, but ultimately what it does is it leads you to a more authentic self, to be in authority and in control of your environment, and moving forward, creating systems and foundations to carry you forward. Lastly, bottom of the goddess deck is Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So once you've released your prayer, once you've said your prayer, or you've meditated on something, or you've sent out a request to the universe, let it go. Have faith that it's coming to you, and be alert to when it appears. Now, this can appear through people, through circumstances, through messages, whatever. It could even be help with a medical issue, or some sort of health issue that you're grappling with at the moment and you're having to deal with it. So it could manifest like that. But it's saying expect a miracle, have faith that the universe knows everything about you and can see all possibilities, all eventualities, all results, and it will bring you what exactly you need in the moment. You just have to give up that control and let your prayer go into the cosmos and come back to you. But all you have to do is believe, and be open to what the universe brings you, because it may not manifest exactly how you want, but it will be right for you. So expect a miracle. Your prayers have been heard. Have faith that they have been heard. Relax, let it go, and wait for it to come back. And do what needs to be done in the moment, and have faith. That's the most important thing. Okay, Capricorn, hope you enjoyed that. Please don't forget to like and share, or like and subscribe. And take care, and I will see you next time.